This is the lead generation dashboard, aptly named Traffic on your website in real time. As you can see, there are some interesting things going on. I'm going to quickly explain how to analyze data you can find in this dashboard. So first we're going to look at this part. Those numbers show the basic statistics of your site, so the number of people who visited your site, the number of monitored contacts in your database, and the number of anonymous contacts who visited your site. Now you can also go straight to lead generation here and create a new contact form, for example a pop-up. Keep in mind that all this data is fairly fresh, it's from the last 30 minutes. So now we're going to take a look at this chart. As you can see, it is animated and it shows in true real time what's going on your site, who's visiting it, and where they are, what are they doing. So each of these represents a visit. So to view more information on a specific visit, like a little square, just hover your mouse over it or click it and you can see some information. I will explain it later. Now first I need to explain that the data on the right of this chart is the most current, and it slowly moves to the left as new people start entering the website, and squares are pushed to the left as those new visitors arrive. Now green squares represent visits made by users that are monitored or identified, so people we have in our CRM, and gray squares represent anonymous traffic, users we don't have in our CRM. Keep in mind that those are visits, not people, so one contact can appear on many icons, on many squares. If that person, for example, performs many page views on your page, then on your website, then they will appear in many squares possibly. And finally you can change time frame like this, and the chart will fill up again. And now we're looking at a bit of a wider time frame, 40 minutes. Now a more detailed explanation of what those signs mean, those icons and numbers. So as I said, each square on the chart represents a page view or a number of pages on your site. So if more than one contact of the same type, so several identified contacts, enter the website at the same time, then their individual squares will just collate into one square. That's why one square can have multiple users or can represent just one user. So here we have one user, and here we have 6 users. So when you click a square, it will reveal some information on the visit it represents. So for example, the number of visitors and the source where they came from. Now if this square represents only a single contact, a single person, then you will be able to see some additional information, for example their scoring, where they currently are, so the page on your website, and you can go straight to their contact card. So now what do icons mean? They represent the traffic source. So for example, this icon, the planet, represents organic traffic, direct traffic. So people who enter your site from bookmarks or people who just know your URL and typed it in. An icon with an arrow represents redirect traffic, and a large G represents Google, like here. Similarly, a stylized A letter represents traffic from AdWords. When you see an S sign, like the logo of Sales Monago, this means traffic from Sales Monago, so clicks in emails sent from Sales Monago, on dynamic banners, recommendation frames, and so on. An F, to no surprise, represents Facebook, and the bird represents Twitter. Sometimes those two can collate into one sign, social. It looks like this. The small one here. And finally, all other sources are categorized with this sign, just dots. And for the final piece of information, scroll down. This thing shows people who are actually right now entering your website, so the most recent visitors to your website, and they are displayed as a slider, so the 4 newest arrivals, you can just check it anytime and see who is entering your website right now. You can of course see some basic information if the contact is monitored, because this shows only monitored contacts, so the name, email and scoring. And that's it. I hope you like the new dashboard.